So as I said, she found a way. Some of the ways that she decided, okay, let me not compete. That's also a way of avoiding, confrontation. So she slipped into making documentaries. Now that also is a difficult thing. So let's find out how you did that. That's also a very difficult area. So many people doing documentaries nowadays, as you said, the cameras being what they are.
Yeah.
So how do you go into serious? This is the serious stuff you're doing, not just frivolous things. Okay. So how did that happen?
You start making those films. If you have a conviction, you need a story to be told, then you find your ways to, tell that story. It's something like a writer sitting down and writing his story. You know? You just start out with little bits. You might even, start filming something and make a small 5-minute film.
Research thing.
Yeah, research thing, and as the research is happening, you film it, and then you put it together. 5-minute promo film, give an idea of what the film is about, and then get more money coming in. It's a long drawn process.
But it's interesting. You're talking about people watching your little 5-minute and then liking it and funding it. That's quite a revelation. That people actually put money on.
People actually, because it's smaller money, that is for sure, and they know it is for a good cause. I mean, that is one thing.
So they don't look at it as a commercial venture.
Some of them don't, and some of them. And if I do commissioned work, for instance, like this latest film of ours, which is on saris, it's literally a commissioned work.
Okay.
It will eventually go to universities and museums and talk about saris in the cinema. But it is actually something which is funded. Okay. So now there is somebody who has a conviction saying that yes, we can take this forward elsewhere. We can't approach traditional mediums. We can't approach TV because they want TRPs at the end of the day. I mean, even Doordarshan does not show documentaries.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I mean they will probably give
but
you a 12-30
But is your product going to be something like a celluloid or a video version of a coffee table book?
Yeah, I would say that.
So
it's not just a very pretty pictures and that's it.
Okay.
We are giving you content and we're giving you in-depth research.
Okay.
And we can get one advantage is you can have DVDs coming out of it.
And even like a print version maybe.
A print version, yes.
Can be done.
Like the previous film that we worked on J. Krishnamurti Through Dance. It wasn't just a film. We also had live performances of this show, so we had 2 versions of it, so you both of them feed off each other.
Okay.
So there was a stage version, so people got to know of this the
whole
DVD,
venture.
The whole venture, and then they wanted to buy the DVD, which wasn't just a filmed version of the show, but we had interpreted it in a different cinematic way.
Okay. So coming back to your first project, the one that what you're running currently, which is on saris. How did that come about? Who expressed an interest in saris?
Actually, somebody who, the producer, she is actually somebody who is involved with sari makers, which is the weavers and things like that. And she felt that, in Bombay, if you go to Bombay, for instance, nobody seems to be wearing saris. Nobody. And
is that so?
It's almost that way, at least for the younger generation.
Rules.
Salwars, the trousers, the pants, and everybody. I mean,
skirts,
gowns, skirts.
Dresses.
People find it very cumbersome and people don't find it cool. The younger generation does not find it cool. Okay. So she was saying like let's popularize it.
Is it because it's not a good outfit to wear in a working environment? Is that why women wore saris when they didn't work? In that sense?
No. I mean, you had air hostesses wearing saris earlier, but now even if you go Air India, they're not wearing those anymore.
No.
I mean, they still are, but our own private airlines don't.
Yes, they have given the international look, as they say.
So-called international, I don't know, but I think we should assert ourselves. Saris have stood the test of time. It's like almost 5,000-year-old garment in continuous use. Throughout history, you've never found something like that. And it's constantly reinvented itself through the ages. As you study it, you see that. And I thought, let's do it through the cinemas, because 100 years of cinemas, you can see a kind of evolution. You can see how filmmakers have used the saris, how
and even the stories go back to, let's say, 2,000 years until contemporary stories, so you can see.
Yeah, but even in contemporary times, we have used the saris. In the 70s, it was very different. In the 80s, it was very different. 90s. In the silent era, saris were very different, and even now, it's continuously reinventing itself. It's a bit like India in that sense. I think India also as a civilization has lasted so long because we reinvent ourselves. We assimilate and make it our own. And so
Okay.
there's always growth. There's no stagnation. I think that's a great metaphor for the sari as well. Saris in India.
And do our people who make sari, these weavers, etc., do they ever, keep records of what they did in the past? Do they have samples? When you go and look at historically going back in time, do you get material from them?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, they have some of them have very meticulously, recorded their designs, which has almost become a trademark for them. They don't really want you to see them.
Okay.
Because it takes a long time for them to open up. But once they do, then it's fine. But yeah, 200, 300 years ago, they do have designs, patterns.
Still available with them?
Yes, even sometimes the textiles are still available.
And the growth of the sari industry in different geographical locations, because saris go by that name. Now they have given them all these geographic identifications. I think that's all been given by Government of India, like Tirunelveli Halwa. You will get Pochampalli saris. So are you documenting those kind of things, or are you just documenting what's happening in cinema?
We would love to go into all the details, I mean, it's like 5,000 years, but then we have only 1 hour of documentary time. So we have to be very focused. Initially we thought we'd plan a series of films, and if there is a producer coming in, that'll be great.
Yes.
Series of
Some
films.
moneybags walks up and says, "Here you go, Elka."
Yes, why not? I don't know why Indians don't take pride in all
All
these
right.
things.
Well, we listened to some more of her complaints in the last section when she said, "Why the devil aren't you guys coming and giving us money to do some serious, intelligent research on our own things like sari?" So we'll come back and we'll talk about that.